So we'll go ahead and get started. Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday morning. Thank you for being here at the all-staff meeting. Happy holidays to you. I'm Gina Romero with Training and Organizational Development. I just want to share some reminders with you. So if you have questions, we'd love to hear them. Please use the Zoom webinar Q&A feature to send your questions in. Don't send them in through the chat. And then something that's relatively new is that in order to avoid any distractions during the presentations, questions will now become visible once they have been answered. And then if for some reason we run out of time before getting to all of the questions, the answers to all of those will be posted on the intranet after the webinar. And then we want to make sure that you are able to stay up to date with the latest and greatest. So our intranet site is updated all the time. We have plenty of great information there for you and downloads on SharePoint. Also the E&T news bulletins, Tony's topics, email communication, as well as the TV screens located throughout the department. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and turn it over to Tony Lucas, our Executive Director.
Well, good morning and happy December. Can you believe we're already near the end of 2025? It just flew by, didn't it? So every all staff, I get the great pleasure of introducing some of the newest E&T team members. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Cyrus Alva. So he's going to be one of our paratransit Bruin Access drivers. Got a chance to spend some time with him at NEO and excited to learn that he's been with us for a while and is now with us as a full-timer. So thank you and welcome. Ray Neely, he's going to be one of our new Bruin bus transit operators coming to us after a long stint as a driver with one of our local transit agencies. So again, welcome to Raymond. Aviv Shifrin will be one of our Bruin Access transit operators, bus drivers or van drivers. And so again, got to spend some time with Aviv, and he's been with us for a while, and he's really interested in all things transportation. So if you see him in the hallways or out and about, make sure you give him a good welcome. And Edwin Zapeta, he's our new customer service and special events manager in the CTO office. Really got to spend some time with him recently at an event welcoming back all the students that help make CTO operate. So I'd like to share an important announcement and update with you about an event that many of us look forward to each year. As many of you have heard, the UC is facing a significant budget challenge, something in the order of $400 million budget reduction in system-wide funding as announced by President Milliken. In response, campus has been asked to trim expenditures, and this includes things like celebrations and special events. So while events and transportation is not an auxiliary, we are an auxiliary unit, but we do not receive state funding. But even so, we're part of UCLA's sort of broader community, and we comply with campus directives. So this year, we're not going to be holding our annual holiday celebration. So I know it's disappointing. We all appreciate that moment each year when we can pause, reconnect, celebrate everything we've accomplished together. And I want to say clearly that you deserve this celebration, but this decision is not a reflection of your performance or your value to E&T or to UCLA. It's not connected to staffing or job concerns. It's simply one way that we can contribute responsibly in a challenging moment for the entire UC system and of course with UCLA. So here's what's not changing. Our appreciation for each other, the pride we have in our work, and our commitment to delivering service and excellence to UCLA every single day. We'll continue to find meaningful ways to show gratitude, to support one another throughout the year. And I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize those who put a lot of time, creativity, and heart into planning this year's event. So thank you. Um, I'm not going to name each one of you. You know who you are, and there's a lot of you. So thank you for leaning in, trying to make something really special for the entire team. Your efforts do not go unnoticed. And I know we're working on a sort of a plan B, if you will, as a way to in some small way to acknowledge the contributions that so many of you have made throughout the year. So thank you for your understanding, your professionalism, and the heart that you bring to this team. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Tony. All right, and so I'd now like to hand it over to Mike Reyes with Central Administration.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you,
Ah,
Mike.
there we
We
go.
can see it.
Thank you. Thank you, Gina and Tony. Good morning, everyone. This is Mike Reyes from Accounts Payable and Purchasing Finance under Central Administration. I will be covering some important announcements and updates around training and organizational development, as well as latest job postings and updates on finance and budget for fiscal year 2026-2027 budget cycle. Last October, we completed department-wide coaching conversations with all employees. These one-on-one dialogues provided a structured space for supervisors and staff to discuss goals, needs, aspirations, and support. The goal was to focus on strengthening relationships, provide clarity on roles and responsibilities, and to ensure every employee is seen, heard, and supported. These meetings help employees feel more connected to their work and more aligned with their teams. The mentoring program, Midpoint makes our speaking points. We recently celebrated the halfway point of our departmental mentoring program. Mentors and mentees came together to share a meal, reflect on their experiences, and continue building meaningful professional relationships. This program created space for open dialogue, enables shared learning and encouragement, reinforcing the value of mentorship as a development tool. Participants express appreciation for the community building aspect and opportunity to learn from a variety of perspectives. We are actively engaging in organizational alignment activities using principles from discipline of execution. Our focus on creating clarity around priorities, driving accountability, ensuring that the work we do aligns with our mission and strategic goals. These activities support our progress on fiscal year three strategic initiatives, helping us focus on what matters most and measure the impact of our efforts. As we move forward, we continue building momentum around execution disciplines to improve outcomes and support organizational excellence. As for compliance training in our department, we are consistently completed the university compliance training rate of 90% and above. Kudos for you, everyone. The UC ethics and compliance briefing was recently added. Please take a moment to verify your compliance training by going to UC Learning Center and complete them if all possible. Feel free to contact Kimberly if you have any trouble accessing the site. And this is the site. Okay. And as for the employee services few hiring updates, with the implementation of Fleet and Transport new RIDE ride system, employee services will now be able to add new drivers to DMV pool notice. Hiring managers no longer have to submit requests to add new employees to the pool notice. Employees service will automatically add new employees for driving positions. Also, employees will be automatically removed from pool notice when they leave employment. Moreover, the vice chancellor hiring review process has recently changed. We are still being conservative about our hiring decisions and financial impact. This new process allows our hiring request to be promptly reviewed by Vice Chancellor Michael Beck. Please allow 2 to 3 weeks for hiring request to approved with new process. Here are the current job postings for events and transportation. You may share this jobs posting to anyone who might be interested. Please reach out to Ariana for any questions regarding these open positions. So you may click this once the slides are shared with everyone. So moving to finance and budget, a quick update on fiscal year 26-27 budget cycle. Budget development is already underway. While the final budget packet is due to FMS on January 21st, our internal deadline for E&T is earlier, December 19th, right before the winter holidays. This gives the finance team enough time to consolidate everything for the entire E&T organizations. Budget forms were sent out to the department on December 1st, so please make sure you've received them and started your review. Quarter 1 operating statements have been released, so you should now have those available for your review. And also, UCLA is conducting its annual physical inventory, and we need to certify all equipment. This includes any items that have been sold, transferred, traded in, destroyed, dismantled, or could not be located during the physical count. Please make sure your department completes this by December 5th, which is this Friday, to stay in compliance. If need be, I will be sending out a follow-up, or I will reach out to you directly to get our equipment certified. Also, the UCLA Purchasing Payables office will be closed for winter break for December 24th through January 2nd, and will resume normal operations on January 5th. And lastly, please ensure that you and your department meets the deadlines mentioned here to avoid processing delays over holiday break. Special note to December 15th and 22nd. If you need concur, refunds, or approve your P card. Just to put a quick note about the November 26th, although this deadline has passed, we are still able to submit requests and CRs, change requests. However, there is no guarantee that it will be approved in a timely manner. That's all I have, and thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful and safe holidays, everyone. Now I'll give this to Robin. Take it away, Robin.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for everyone for being here today. I just wanted to pick up where we left off the last all-staff meeting back in August and highlight some of our top performing employees who have received the honors of Employee of the Month. So in case you missed it on the TV screens or out and about, seeing their smiling faces, I'm here to show it to you once again. So back in August, we recognized Francisco Diaz. He is one of our parking valet employees, so he represented our operational units. A familiar face now, if you didn't recognize him before, Mike Reyes, who just presented on behalf of Central Administration. He was our Administrative Employee of the Month for August as well, representing business finance. For the month of September, we had Zulema Hernandez from Parking Assets and Carolyn Urig from Bruin Commuter Programs. So round of applause to them for their hard work and dedication. Then for the month of October, our Employee of the Month honorees, we had Samantha Tago from the Events Office, and we also had Rylan Liu representing Mobility, Planning, and Traffic Systems. Not to be outdone, let's give an applause to our Student Employee of the Month honorees. We had Ronaldo Fernandez from Parking Valet. He was our August Employee of the Month. And if you're sensing a theme, we also had Julia Beltran from Parking Valet, who was our September Employee of the Month. And to round it off, another one for Parking Valet. So the trifecta here, we had Chris Logan for October. So we're working on collecting the November nominees. So we'll be sharing that on our TV screens, hopefully later this month. Now, on to employee engagement. Thank you to everyone who attended the Halloween potluck. It's always one of our banner events, and it's always fun to dress up in costumes. We did snap a photo of some of the people that were dressed up, which was pretty cool. So if we missed you, sorry about that. But here's at least a collection of some of the costumes. I do want to make a special recognition. We did have a couple we had a costume contest and we had a food contest. So kudos to Kimberly Villarreal Jimenez for her spooky graveyard dessert. We also had Patrick Brook, who participated and won for his creepy meathead. Yes, very, very creepy. And then Prachi Balaji from Central Admin, she won for her Maleficent costume. So round of applause to them. It was pretty cool to kind of see all the creativity that people came up with. Now, one thing that I hold dear to my heart is our toy drive. So we 5 years ago started calling it the annual Gordon Anderson Toy Drive. He was a big supporter of bringing in tons of toys. So this is now our fifth annual. So we will be collecting toys in some of the key areas within events and transportation. We'll have a toy barrel down at Fleet, one down at Transit, and then we have some spread through the administrative areas within the main building. So we have one outside of the Strathmore door and one in the assets area. So if you need a barrel in your area, just let us know or feel free to drop them off there. We're collecting up until the 18th, and thanks to the assets team for making sure all the toys that are collected get to the right place. So thank you to everybody for participating in this. Hopefully we'll collect a lot of great toys because it is such an amazing program. So now I would like to hand this over to Rick Anderson from the Central Ticket Office.
Hey, thanks, Robin. I'm Rick Anderson, Senior Assistant Director at the UCLA Central Ticket Office, and I'd like to take you through a brief journey of how we at CTO strive to enhance the customer experience by offering multiple options for customers to place orders and ask for assistance. Over 90% of the orders that we take at CTO are processed online. We do offer the ability for customers to pick your own seat maps, pick your own seats, including ADA seat options, and they receive their tickets digitally when they do this online. They also have the ability to, They also have the ability during our annual season ticket holder select a seat to view 3D seat maps and pick their seats that way. And they also have the ability to view what their seats look like from the seats that they're choosing in the venue without actually going in person. The journey does continue for customers that may need additional assistance after they order their tickets, and we provide a variety of options. They can call or come in person. Our phone lines are open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, and also on football game days. Our walk-up windows are open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday, or they can come to our box office on the day of the event. Customers can also email us at cto@tickets.ucla.edu for follow-up, or they can utilize the chat line during our business hours. How do we offer service? At Central Ticket Office, we offer service using the following items. A smile. A smile puts the customer at ease and lets them know you're on their side and willing to help. Eye contact. Keeping eye contact with the customer conveys you're paying attention and focused on them and their needs. Recognition. Recognize the customer's needs by listening and gaining understanding of what they're asking. Voice. Your tone of voice conveys mood. Does your tone convey kindness and friendliness? Does your tone convey enthusiasm? Does your tone put the customer at ease? Informed. Being well informed on policies and procedures and know where to find information by using resources provided. Digital resources, knowledge, an online knowledge base, daily hot sheet, event info sheets, referencing clients' websites for information, asking a supervisor for assistance. Care. Show that you care by letting the customer know the actions you're taking to assist them. Exceed. Strive to exceed customers' expectations. Our job is to help the customer by providing options to meet their needs. Think about what the customer is asking for and strive to meet and exceed those expectations. In closing, I'd like to say that we at CTO strive to enhance the customer experience by providing excellent customer service and having a little bit of fun while we're doing it. That concludes my presentation, and thank you very much. And I believe I'm now handing it over to Johnny.
Thank you, Rick, and good morning, everybody. I'm Johnny Lansangan. I'm a senior supervisor working for medical and offsite parking operation. I will be sharing commuter and parking service updates. Administration, eight cross-functional teams are addressing customer service pain points. 2 of those strategic customer service projects fall within BCP's product and service team with a focus on enhancing commute coordinator, alignment requests, and the Bruin e-permit portal. They're also reconfiguring our Zipcar partnership, updating rates, and reorganizing stop location to create smoother, more flexible commuter experiences. The product and service team is striving every day to create exceptional Bruin experiences. CRM is approaching approximately 17,000 customer interaction in this fiscal year alone. Recently, completing a review of knowledge-based article to help both CRM agents and external customer alike get updated and accurate information. This year, the lobby will remain open until the winter closure begins. CRM and product service will soon cross-train student employees and have redesigned their internal wiki, the inside track, for faster, more accurate service. Citation review and adjudication currently adjudicates citation issues by UCPD, SMH, and RRMC. And now UCLA Health is bringing our department along as they expand to satellite locations, leaning on our expertise in signage and adjudication at the West Valley Medical Center. For parking asset and facility management, the JAPA space counting system is currently expanding into parking structure 8 and Jules Time. In the near future, we will continue the expansion into parking structure 2. And in tenant improvement, the break room renovation in Strathmore office will be completed. Will be completed by January of 2026. For parking asset, and I'm sorry, my bad. At Medical Plaza, we have parking system upgrade underway. We begin upgrading entry and exit gates, pay stations, and remove 11 kiosks. New mobile pay and tap to pay state option, license plate recognition, and consolidated payment system will speed up traffic, reduce wait time, and enhance security and improve the customer experience altogether. Another project, wayfinding. At Ronald Reagan, we're awaiting final approval to launch improved signage and updated maps, making navigation easier and safer for patients and visitors. On to power washing. First impression matters. Regular deep cleaning ensure our parking area look professional, safe, and welcoming for all visitors. Wi-Fi and technology improvement. We're partnering with Health Administration and IT to strengthen Wi-Fi at Ronald Reagan P level. Better connectivity, support mobile payment, Valley operation, and tools like SmartSheet, leading to faster service and smoother coordination. I thank you very much. I will now pass it along to Sana.
Morning, everyone. My name is Sana Ahmed. I am the active transportation planner with the mobility planning and traffic systems team. I'll start by sharing some traffic systems related updates from my colleague Rylan Liu. So firstly, we have the West Holmes traffic signal demolition. You may or may not have noticed this, but all traffic signals at West Holm Avenue and Charles E. Young Drive East were replaced with all-way stop signs. We've noticed that this has led to a reduction in delays for different types of users, and it's also made it safer for pedestrians to cross, since drivers now have to yield to pedestrians, especially at right turns. We've been receiving a lot of positive feedback from users on this. Next update, the Student Transportation Survey was launched November 7th. It surveys student commutes and on-campus students on how they get to and from campus for classes as well as work. We're collecting feedback on areas for improvement. This year, we've implemented some new questions, asking students where they park and attend class, any issues they experience commuting by public transit, as well as some scooter safety related questions on or near campus, or questions about scooter safety on or near campus. And this is just an example of some of the new questions that we've added. Finally, Ryland's been collaborating with some other departments, namely administration, marketing, communications team, commuter and parking services, and the events office to distribute notices on the metro decking removal and Caltrans 405 pavement rehabilitation projects. These projects will result in periodic weekend closures of Wilshire Boulevard and the 405 freeway to almost 2,000 nighttime and weekend permit holders and campus partners. Providing notice allows nighttime and weekend visitors to campus to stay informed of potential traffic impacts caused by these projects. Onwards to sustainability and public transit updates from my colleague Zenia Chamorro. Firstly, you may have noticed our traffic signal utility boxes around campus have gotten a fresh upgrade. These utility boxes across campus now feature vibrant artwork highlighting native flora, fauna, and sustainability themes. This mural project was done in partnership with the Semel Healthy Campus Initiative, Be Well Pod, and Beautify Earth. Kudos to Xenia on this effort. The utility boxes are really beautiful. Next update, the UCLA Climate Action Plan is currently being redrafted based on a study that was completed at the end of 2024. It sets an ambitious target of achieving a 90% reduction in emissions levels by 2045, using 2019 as the baseline year. The Internal Climate Action Plan Technical Committee is working on finalizing the draft, and the draft is expected to be released early 2026. A couple additional updates. Starting winter quarter, the Tier 1 program salary ceiling will increase from $68,000 to $74,000 to help offset rising insurance costs. The employees below this threshold will remain eligible for a fully subsidized commuter all access pass each quarter. What this means is that it's at no cost to the employee. And then I wanted to highlight a major milestone. Transit pass sales remained at all-time highs for both student groups, with approximately a little over 21,000 U passes distributed, almost 6,500 Bruin grad passes, almost 2,000 commuter all access passes, and roughly 350 Tier 1 participants. And these strong results reflect an ongoing collaboration across E&T units each quarter, and we really extend our appreciation to all teams involved for making this success possible. And finally, my updates for active transportation. Our new set of bike lockers are finally installed at Med Plaza 300. These were requested by the resident union. They provide 8 long-term secure bike parking spaces for cyclists, and I know they'll be heavily utilized at this location with residents and visitors alike. We've also completed the technology risk assessment process for this vendor, which has been a year plus in the making. This will enable us to fulfill future orders for bike lockers much quicker now that we've met this requirement. And also I want to mention that I have been working really closely with the administration, marketing, and communications team, LADOT, and other partners to promote 2 major projects that will impact the campus community to collect feedback for different folks on campus. The first project is the Westwood Boulevard project, which will focus on bike, ped, and bus improvements along Westwood Boulevard from LeConte down to Santa Monica Boulevard. That's the first phase that they're targeting. Their targeted completion is by the Olympics. Second phase is from Santa Monica Boulevard down to Exposition Boulevard, so connecting there with the Rustwood Rancho Park Station. The second project is the Ohio Avenue project from Westgate Avenue to Westwood Boulevard, which will provide a safer biking route or safer biking options for cyclists who are going east-west, and also have some ped improvements as well as part of that project. And here are some of just many events that LADOT has attended on or near campus to promote these projects and collect feedback from the UCLA community. And my final update is coming winter 2026 is the soft launch of our personal mobility device registration. You may be wondering, what is a personal mobility device? And so that includes anything from bikes to e-bikes, e-scooters, e-skateboards, among other devices. For the purpose of our registration, we're really focused on electric devices, namely e-scooters. And we're really hoping, as part of this effort, to really promote and push safety. As you may or may not have noticed, there's a lot of unsafe riding behavior around campus, and we really want to address some of those issues. I recently presented at the administration leadership team meeting in November, and I've been working really closely with a lot of our different partners like UCLA Fire and UCPD, Housing Res Life, among others. Looking forward, and we've touched on some of these updates already, we'll continue onwards with our personal mobility device registration, soft launching in winter and spring quarters 2026 with a full campus launch by fall 2026. We also will be focused on the expansion of Tier 1 and our continued traffic projects in our race to 28. That concludes my presentation. Thank you for listening. Next, I will be turning it over to Elizabeth Stocks from Fleet and Transit.
Thank you, Sana. Good morning, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Gallagher, Strategic Program Manager for Fleet and Transit. I'm excited to share how our team has strengthened customer service this year. Everything you'll see today supports one theme. When we communicate clearly and consistently, UCLA becomes a calmer, easier, and more supportive place for everyone we serve. One thing we've really focused on this year is grounding ourselves in our core values. When our team is aligned, communicating with clarity, empathy, and consistency, customer service becomes easier for everyone. It means people receive the same supportive experience, whether they're emailing us, calling, or stopping by the yard. Our values guide us to show up with confidence and care, which helps everyone feel well supportive with smooth interactions and predictability. One big way we support our campus is by making maintenance simple for departments. No appointments, fast drop-off, and clear communication. We know departments rely on their vehicles to get their work done, so our goal is to reduce downtime, making the process predictable, and communicate clearly so customers always know what to expect. With Geotab, we're able to support our customers with faster and clearer updates. Real-time visibility lets us detect issues early, which means fewer disruptions and quicker turnaround times. It also empowers our campus partners with better access to their own data, and that transparency builds trust, which is foundational to great customer service. Our transit programs, Bruin Bus, Bruin Access, and Safe Ride, support thousands of riders daily. Bruin Bus keeps UCLA moving with friendly, reliable service. Bruin Access ensures dignified accessibility and support. And Safe Ride helps support Bruins in the evening hours to make them feel safe. We are also deeply committed to providing more and better information to riders. Clearer updates and predictable service that helps reduce travel anxiety and keep people at ease, especially during delays. Every interaction strives to lower stress and creates positive experiences across the campus. For Bruin Car, which is our shared use motor pool, customer service is about responsiveness and clarity. This year, Bruin Car partnered with CRM for level 1 support and began utilizing Salesforce, which allows us to keep every request tracked and organized. And when something is escalated, our Bruin Car team jumps in with personal support to resolve the issue urgently. This balance of structure and human connection ensures our customers feel informed and cared for. As Mike mentioned earlier, RIDE, the Registry for Integrated Driver Enrollment, is UCLA's centralized system for managing driver compliance. It replaces manual forms and slow, unclear approval workflows with one real-time digital platform. Departments can now always know exactly where their drivers stand without having to track paperwork and wait for updates from Fleet and Transit. It saves time, reduces confusion, and keeps everyone safe and compliant with far less effort. Our new procurement menu has been one of our biggest customer service improvements. Departments can now compare vehicles instantly, understanding pricing upfront, and move seamlessly into the procurement form. And if purchasing a vehicle isn't the best fit, the menu now guides campus partners to consider Bruin Car. which can be more cost-effective and simpler for short-term or occasional needs. It speeds up decisions, builds trust through transparency, and helps partners choose the solution that actually works best for them, whether that's procuring a new asset or leveraging our shared use motor pool. This year, we've delivered several new EVs that directly support UCLA Health and public health outreach, all procured by Tom Poveromo, who ensured each vehicle was the right operational fit for our campus partners. These EVs improve reliability for medical logistics, field research, and community care services, helping our partners show up consistently for those who rely on them. This is a strong example of how Fleet and Transit supports UCLA's broader mission, not just mobility, but health, access, and well-being across our community. We've also very much embraced using AI tools to strengthen how we communicate, especially when information is technical or complex. AI helps us to refine tone, simplify details, and keep our messaging consistent across programs. It doesn't replace our human touch. It helps us show up as our best with our core values always at the center. And then I wanted to leave you all with a few simple prompts you could use right away, so feel free to screenshot. These make it easier to write with clarity, empathy, and consistency, especially when things get busy and hectic. AI, again, doesn't replace our communication style. It simply helps us show up at our best for each other and for the campus. And thank you all so much for your time today. Everything we do at Fleet and Transit, from transit operations to fleet maintenance, procurement, safety, communication, is all about supporting the humans behind the work. I'm excited for everything we'll continue to build together here at E&T. And with that, I will pass it over to Samantha.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Elizabeth. I'm Samantha Tago, Event Manager with the Events Office. I'm excited to share a quick update highlighting what we've been working on this quarter and how our recent initiatives directly support a better customer service experience for the campus. We kicked off the academic year with a full and diverse slate of events. In September, we supported major external productions, including a Geico commercial, a Kit Kat commercial, and the D.D. Hirsch 5K. For campus departments, we helped welcome new and returning students through events like the New Graduate Student Welcome, the Luskin Block Party, Engineering Welcome Day, and the Philosophy Fall Reception. In October, our team hosted high-profile activations such as the Google Gemini activation and Canva's World Tour, along with the annual LA Loves Alex's Lemonade, the Schmidt Family Foundation reception, the LA Cancer Challenge, and a UCLA alumni wedding. In November, we supported Bruin Family Weekend, one of UCLA's signature annual events, along with the Autism Speaks 5K walk, which was new this year. For December, as of now, we have the Google Search Marketing activation and a Coca-Cola activation in the works. It's been a busy and exciting quarter, and it reflects how varied our work and partnerships are, from major brands and film commercial shoots to campus academic units, student life programs, and community organizations. Alongside all of this programming, in October, our team held our on-site strategic planning retreat, which allowed us to evaluate our internal processes and the customer experience from start to finish, while also providing valuable time for team connection and collaboration. We examined current touch points and identified pain points across approvals, intake, and communication. Across all of our discussions, the same three themes emerged: clarity, consistency, and collaboration. To address these areas, we created 3 dedicated work groups: the UCFD Collaboration Work Group, Departmental Customer Service Work Group, and the Event Professionals Roundtable Work Group. Each group explored opportunities to streamline and simplify the client journey and to strengthen alignment with the campus units we partner with the most. One of the major outcomes of the retreat is the creation of the Event Professionals Roundtable, which is designed to be an opportunity for UCLA event professionals, including venue managers, event organizers, and administrative service providers, to meet regularly in person and collaborate on the shared campus-wide issues that impact event operations. Our first meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, December 10th. During this initial session, we will cover early discussions around a unified scheduling system to replace events online, a review of the major events security assessment process, and environmental health and safety, food policies, and procedures. We will also gather feedback for attendees to shape future sessions. The roundtable will give us a consistent space to share updates, address pain points, and move toward a more unified, campus-wide approach to events. Our retreat, the roundtable, and our daily work ties directly into improving the customer experience for our campus community and external partners. Our goals are to provide clearer expectations and smoother communication, create more predictable approval timelines, offer transparent early pricing and estimates, reduce the back and forth for both clients and staff, strengthen cross-campus alignment and collaboration, and deliver a more consistent, streamlined event planning experience overall. Also, our goals for anyone planning an event at UCLA, whether they're a student, faculty member, staff member, or external partner, is to feel supported, informed, and confident throughout the event process so that their own event goals and objectives are met. And thank you so much. Happy holidays. And I'll hand it back over to Gina and Robin.
Wonderful, thank you. All right. Let's see. All right, so sorry, I'm having difficulty. Okay, I got it together. All right, so Steve, are you able to unmute?
Yeah, okay. So time for
Let me
the
get this
Q&A.
going.
Actually, for those of you who haven't had a chance to take a look at the Q&A questions and answers that have been coming through, please, take a look. There have been 9 questions answered. All of these questions and answers will be posted to the intranet. There are a couple more outstanding questions. One that might take some more research to give a sufficient answer. We don't want to say the wrong thing live and then have to retract it. And another that has to do with the Olympics and some questions about information about it and how or whether or not E&T will be supporting it. I know I just heard from Chinsaw. She said she's offering to provide an update since she's so heavily involved in the planning for LA28 from the UCLA side. Give an update at the next all-staff meeting, which I think would be great. I know some of us have heard a lot of bits and pieces and news here and there, but yeah, that would be fantastic. So if people are in favor of hearing something like that, we'll put that in the next all-staff meeting. Other than that, I mean, there's still a little bit of time if people want to submit some questions that we can answer right away. Otherwise, we'll give some time back. So I say maybe I'll stall and keep blowing wind for in hot air for another 30 seconds, just in case anyone wants to take us up on that. Otherwise, I really, thank all the speakers who are here today. You did a great job. We appreciate hearing from all of you and for stepping up and doing this scary public speaking thing. Not many of us enjoy doing it. So thank you all. Thank you to TOD as always for facilitating, for the senior managers for helping to answer a lot of these question and answer Q&A items that have come in. really appreciate everyone's assistance. It's definitely a team effort. So, okay, I think I've gone long enough, Gina. Shall we?
Yeah, sounds good. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day.